Emma found the doll at a garage sale on Elm Street, tucked between dusty books and forgotten trinkets. Its porcelain face was perfect, too perfect, with rosy cheeks, glossy black curls, and eyes like dark glass that seemed to follow her movements. The elderly woman selling it clutched Emma's $20 bill with trembling fingers. "Beautiful, isn't she?" the woman whispered. "Been in my family for generations, but I can't keep her anymore." Emma barely heard the warning in her voice. She was already imagining the doll on her daughter Lucy's shelf, completing her antique collection. That first night, Lucy placed the doll, whom she named Melody, on her nightstand, facing the bed. Emma kissed her daughter goodnight and noticed how the doll's glass eyes caught the hallway light, creating an unsettling gleam. At 3:17 a.m., Emma woke to the sound of Lucy's music box playing. The tinny melody drifted through the walls, a lullaby that hadn't wound in months. She found Lucy's room empty, the window wide open despite the October chill. Lucy stood in the backyard in her nightgown, staring up at the house with vacant eyes. "Lucy, what are you doing?" Her daughter turned slowly, as if waking from a dream. "Melody wanted to see the stars," she said in a voice not quite her own. "She gets lonely when it's dark." Emma glanced up at Lucy's window. The doll sat on the sill, silhouetted against the glass, its head turned downward, watching them. The incidents escalated. Lucy began speaking to Melody in hushed conversations, answering questions only she could hear. She refused to eat anything the doll didn't approve of, and threw violent tantrums when Emma suggested putting Melody away. Dark circles formed under Lucy's eyes as she stayed up later each night, whispering secrets to her porcelain companion. Emma tried removing the doll while Lucy slept, but every morning it reappeared on the nightstand, its painted smile somehow wider than before. She found scratch marks on Lucy's arms, thin, precise lines that looked like tiny fingernails had made them. "She's teaching me things," Lucy explained when confronted about the scratches. "Important things, about the dark spaces between walls and how to walk without making sounds." Emma's blood turned cold when she realized Lucy had described exactly how someone might move through the house undetected at night. On the 7th night, Emma pretended to sleep, but watched through her cracked bedroom door. At midnight, Lucy's door creaked open. Her daughter emerged, moving with unnatural stillness, the doll cradled in her arms. They glided downstairs together, Lucy's bare feet making no sound on the wooden steps. Emma followed, her heart hammering. She found them in the kitchen, Lucy standing motionless before the knife block, the doll positioned to face it. In the darkness, she could swear she heard a voice, not Lucy's, humming that same haunting lullaby. "Lucy," her daughter turned. In the moonlight streaming through the window, Emma saw that Lucy's eyes had taken on the same glassy, lifeless quality as the doll's. The same painted smile stretched across her lips. Melody says it's time, Lucy whispered, her small hand reaching toward the largest knife. Time to make you part of our collection. Emma lunged forward, snatching the doll from Lucy's arms. The moment her fingers touched the cold porcelain, images flooded her mind, generations of children, all with the same empty, glass-like eyes, all devoted servants to the thing wearing a doll's innocent face. She ran outside and hurled the doll against the concrete driveway. It shattered into 100 pieces, releasing a sound like wind through broken windows, or perhaps like screaming. Lucy collapsed, herself again, confused and crying for her mother. They moved the next week, leaving no forwarding address. But sometimes, in the quiet hours before dawn, Emma still hears that tinny lullaby playing somewhere in the walls. And when she looks closely at antique stores now, she notices how some porcelain dolls watch her with eyes that seem just a little too aware. Their painted smiles holding secrets that should have died with them long ago. The old woman from the garage sale was found 3 days after they moved, sitting peacefully in her rocking chair, surrounded by dozens of antique dolls. All of them were smiling. The coroner said she'd been dead for over a week, but the neighbors swore they'd heard children's laughter coming from her house every night until the very end.